Hey Aries, welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to do the same as last month with the What's the Tea card. Get the tea on you. And then we're going to get into your tarot cards to clarify. So this card, let's see. Ooh, grudge holder. Interesting. And there was actually another card that came out that I didn't want to leave in the reading, but I just kept it just in case. Let's see what it is. Card a case. S infection, S disease, rash. Okay, I'm gonna put that off to the side, but remember this card, okay? But grudge holder is what we have on the table. Little man got a grudge. Either you're holding a grudge or someone's holding a grudge this month. Something that I'm picking up too is just this unresolved feeling. So it may not necessarily be a grudge, but it may be feel like something's left on the table, which makes it really uncomfortable to be able to move forward, whether it's for you or them or whomever. So let's get into the tarot cards and see what's going on. So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse also. Okay, and then we also have the Seven of Cups in upright. Okay, the color navy may be relevant this month. His shirt just kind of triggered a sense for me. Again, a fire sign could be relevant. It does not have to be. I'm also feeling a little water sign energy with the Cups card, but doesn't have to be. Just something that may be coming up or something, just an energy, because fire energy is very passionate, very intense. Water energy is kind of a little more chill, more emotional. So that may be some things that's going on. Okay, so just reading it left from right intuitively, it feels like there was an impulsive move. There will be an impulsive move coming into the month. Maybe you decided that, maybe you had like an outburst or something, or a sudden realization, something just, it got turned up. Okay, and that may be the energy you're coming into October with. It doesn't mean that it's stuck with you, but it may, like, for instance, I'm picturing someone who made like an impulsive decision maybe last month, a little bit of self-sabotage, and it may not even be on your end, Aries, so I want to keep this pretty open. But somebody had an outburst, and then that led to possibly someone walking away and leaving, and or just having a certain reaction to a situation. But now we're in October, and we're kind of rethinking that, right? So we're looking at the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups in reverse is like a little bit of regret. A little bit of regret. Okay, we made a choice. We walked away. Now we're stuck. Or, now we don't know if what we said or we did was okay. So that may be something that comes up where you or the other person may regret their behavior this month, from the last month or whatever, the last few weeks, whatever it was. Or maybe you feel kind of stuck or kind of blocked. That may be something that comes up. Another scenario that I'm picking up is trying to move something forward and feeling like you're constantly being slowed down, right? So whether you want, like, you may want to push forward and put all your energy and move really quickly, someone else or something else may constantly slow you down or block your momentum, or, honestly douse your flames a little bit. And so that may be something that comes up. So then we get into this energy of trying to exercise our options, right? So if something's constantly keeping us stuck, or if we're wondering if we made the wrong choice, or that doesn't necessarily mean that you may go back to someone, Aries, which for some of you that may be a big thing. You may let somebody back in, or again, you just may be like, dang, I'm kind of bogus, let me at least go apologize, type of thing, or vice versa. For some of you, this would be just as simple as, okay, we're here now. What do we do? What can I do to change my reality? Because this stuck feeling, this annoyance is it's sticking to me too much, and I don't have time for this, right? So what can I do moving forward? How can I make my dreams come true? What options do I have? Like, let's get into it, okay? And for somebody specific, it's a very specific situation, so if it doesn't apply, that's fine. For somebody, you may have like broken up with someone or stopped talking to someone kind of like impulsively, and you're regretting it, but then at the same time you're excited about the future. Whatever reasoning you broke up with this person for, you may kind of start to over fantasize about the future. And it's not to say that you're wrong to do that, because I can't really tell that from this spread, but you may just be like, oh well, that didn't work out, this person or this situation looks so much better, like you may try to focus your energy on that, or hyper focus your energy on that. So just be careful about just looking away from the point. Okay, again, I think someone's holding a grudge, and to be honest, Aries, it feels like you, but honestly, it feels like you have a point. You just may be letting it consume you a little bit too much, okay, to a point where you're not thinking as clearly as you would normally think about the situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to another section real quick, real fast, because I'm not saying too much. What does Aries need to know about their career and finances in the month of October? How's the money looking, Spirit? What is Aries finances looking like in October? That is a lot of cards. Okay. First card out, hand. Manifesting money, reach goals, financial assistance. Careers could be hands-on work, and then you may need help getting a job. Okay, let me go and look at these here. Okay, first card out, award. I'm sorry, y'all. This blur is killing me. Winning money, payoff for effort, recognition. Careers, you could be advancing your career. You could be a professional of some sort. Or you can have some sort of fame. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Cutlery. Come on, help me out. Help me out. Please help. Cutlery, business tools, needing more money, living well. Careers could be food related, sole provider, and more work. Okay. Oh, y'all don't know why I'm put all these cards now. I don't know. But we gonna make them work, ain't we? We gonna make them work. And then we have frame. Oh, I'm still working out this blur. 3 months later, and I don't know how to work it. Frame, steady income, organizing accomplishments. Yes, career could be art and design, home-oriented, self-employed. Okay. All right. So honestly, it's a great month. It looks like. There's several things going on here. I think that you definitely get some sort of recognition. You definitely accomplish something this month that you've been trying to accomplish. Keep it pretty broad, because for some of you it may be a small personal goal. Like, let's say you've been trying to hit a certain metric at work, you hit the metric. You've been trying to get a certain if you're an online creator, you may be trying to get so many likes. Like, you actually make some sort of accomplishment. Money looks really good this month. It's steady. Money's coming in. Okay, but that payoff for your effort, that seems to stick out to me. I feel like someone recognizes you, or like there's a project you've been working on and you finally make a breakthrough. Like, it's good things are coming as far as your money goes. It also, for some of you, it may be like an increase. I don't know if any of you are into like doing any sort of energy work around your finances, but that may significantly help your finances this month. Like, it's almost like a surge that I'm picturing. Like, if you were, let's say if you were always making $1,000 doing something last month, like this month it may seem like you're getting like almost 2,000, and you're like, wait a minute, there's something additional coming in. Okay, so it's gonna seem like the financial assistance that you need, but for somebody specific, I don't see it anything bad happening, but you may have to spend some money on something. Like, it's almost like that money comes in and it's like the perfect thing you need to pay off something or fix a situation that you have. Okay, so that's perfect. It may also be time to sharpen some tools. If any of you are interested in running a business or just being a freelancer in some sort of way, like doing something that's not a traditional 9-to-5, whatever it is, you may this month need to sharpen your tools. You may be kind of writing out a plan, trying to figure it out so that you can actually make that a real dream. It's something that's coming up about like putting your steps in order. Like, it's like you're trying to get the information you need so that you can make it happen. If you're not doing that, Aries, that's a message to you. It's time to put things together. We got to start figuring out what it is that we want to do and make our retirement, our future, like whatever you're into, make it real. Make it a very real thing. Because you can do it. It's just a matter of having a plan. Because all you have to do is, like, I feel like with you, Aries, it's about following the steps. If you follow the steps, you're gonna be successful regardless, because it's never been about your work ethic. Okay, period. You've always had that. So now it's putting the actual effort towards it. But it looks like actually an awesome month, right? You're gonna have to put in some work though. That's it. Put in some work that maybe you, like, I think I said this to you last month. Normally it's effortless. This time it's gonna have to be, killer. Like, you own that. You gonna have to do it every day just to see what's going on. Okay. So clarity, let's get into your love and relationships. Aries, what's going on in their love and relationships in the month of October? Ooh, it's getting busy. Okay, take a chance. Cute. Go for it. Good chance. Set your intentions for a positive outcome. You cannot win if you don't play. Cute. Let me try to set it up the same way. Teasing. Flirtatious. Having a crush. Playing, having fun, keeping it airy, enjoying each other's joking around. Okay. And then one more. The document. That one was kind of flipped in the deck. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to fix this blur. Oh, there we go. I can't believe this is happening. Okay, let's try this. Okay, the document, text or email, agreement, letter, separation / divorce, contract, news, legal papers, or proceedings. Okay. All right. So, I mean, pretty self-explanatory for the most part. I think for some of you, if you're single, like fully single, you may have found somebody that you actually like. And so you may be enjoying to get to know them. We're talking dates. We're talking, spending a significant amount of time together, laughing, really hard. Very flirtatious, though. I don't really see it getting bigger than that at this moment. Like, even if it does, like, you guys decide to make it official or something, it will be... There'll still be that puppy loveness to it. It'll still be new. But you have to, Aries, if I'm being honest with you, somebody needs to be more open. Someone needs to be more relaxed. Because if either one of you have a lot of trauma and or triggers, because that's important too, dealing with somebody who you actually like, but like the slightest thing, they're like snapping off or ready to cut you off. Like, that's not healthy either. So if somebody's very closed off, that will affect the connection this month. Again, you have to take a chance. So you may take a chance on somebody, you may put yourself out there, but again, if you're not taking the chance and you're being more closed off or holding grudges, or maybe you're mad about the ex, or mad about this, mad about that, that's going to get in the way of the potential of the connection. Okay. For some of you, you may be getting a divorce or separation, or witnessing someone else get a divorce or separation, like have some sort of involvement in that. And it doesn't have to be an actual marriage. It could be like, we were together for blah, blah, blah amount of years, and there's some splitting of this and that, and custody of the kids going on. Like, there may be something like that comes up as well. Okay. But otherwise, it's pretty good. And it's funny because this should have went in career, but I'm feeling some sort of contract that you end up having to sign, or like an agreement. It could even be verbal that you make with someone. And for somebody specifically, it's the strength of your relationship that this contract is built on. Because it's like, you know them, they know you, so it's like, oh well, I don't know, like you're hoping that they keep their word based off of the relationship that you have. Okay, so that's something that may come up. Okay. It seems pretty positive. You may have some struggles with your ex, maybe flirting again when you probably shouldn't be, stuff like that. That may be something that comes up, but the intentions are pure for the most part. It's just a matter of, not self-sabotaging or not being so upset about things that you ruin the potential of connections. Okay, my love? Or vice versa, because it may be their fault too. Hope you have an amazing October. Enjoy. Bye. Hey, Taurus. Welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with the What's the Tea cards to figure out the tea on you. First card out is legal issues. Court, judges, immigration, lawyers, etc. Another word that I'm hearing from that is assets. Okay, and let's get into it. What's it say? Dust it off. Period. Because sometimes you need to dust it right on off, okay? Oops, sorry guys. So, right away, I mean, these could be very self-explanatory. You may have some legal issues going on this month. Trying to balance things out, trying to make things make sense. Fairness, all of those type of things may come up coming into the month of October as well. For some of you, very specifically, there may be a asset issue of some sort where you're trying to split assets, or something happens to your assets, or it happens to your belongings. That may be something that comes up and you're trying to sort that out. May not be a big deal. I really don't feel like it's a big deal, Taurus, for some of you, but it could be, okay? And again, court, judges, immigration, like those type of things may come up this month. Dust it off too. There's something I'm picturing of like trying to avoid something, trying to run from something. While dusting it off can be healthy sometimes if something's like irritating you and constantly nagging at you, this month you may have to resolve to like actually do something about it instead of running from it or ignoring it or like being passive about it. Because yeah, sometimes you do need to like just ignore some stuff and just let it work itself out. But let's see what the tarot cards give us details on. So we have the Three of Swords. Okay, the card is so detailed. Every time I see it, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay. We have Four of Cups. We also have the Page of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius may be significant to you this month. Does not have to be. Other things that are coming up, your elbow injury, maybe something. Or like a big scratch or burn, like rug burn on elbow. There's something else. Dusty, what they call it? Dirty blonde hair? Like having dirty blonde or strawberry blonde hair, or like some sort of highlights, something of that nature may come up this month, and something that you're interested in. Okay, so overall, there's a sense of loss with the Three of Swords, of course. Now, this can be literal, like we said. There can be separation, a breakup of some sort that you're dealing with, and that may be causing this feeling of dissatisfaction, this frustration that you're feeling in the month of October. If it's not related to a relationship, again, for some of you, it's a loss. It's missing someone, missing a relationship, someone passes, hopefully not, but you know, you're trying to grapple with that loss. But a lot of you, I'm feeling like this is a loss of like self, loss of assets. Like there's something that we used to have that we no longer have, and now we're like, okay, what are we going to do now? Right? This is not the situation that I had planned out for myself, and I'm uncomfortable and I'm annoyed and I just wanted to stop. Okay, but that's not always the case, right? We can't always do that. So yeah, for some of you, you may resolve to dust it off, right? You may decide, okay, well, instead of trying to feel this, I'm just going to keep on like ignoring how I really feel, running from what I really feel, even though I know I feel like blah. So that may cause some of you to dive into school or dive into a new plan or something else so that you can avoid these emotions. And or the exact opposite. For some of you, you may actually dove a little too far into them. So something I'm picturing, like if you broke up with someone or choose to break up with someone this month, you may be looking at their pictures, looking them up, trying to get them back, like, you know, you all up in their face, trying to figure it out type of thing. On the other hand, like I said, if it's someone you lost, again, you may fall into those emotions. And nothing's wrong with grieving, but if it's to a point where you're not being productive in your own life, or that you don't believe in your own dreams anymore, that may be something that messes with you this month as well. Okay, but the good news is you come out of it. A message comes to you. For some specifically to you all, there is a messenger, like someone comes and gives you good news. Maybe the court case works itself out, like something happens that kind of recovers the situation. But again, just be careful about still wanting to be stuck anyway, right? And kind of being like, I know that's good news, but I don't care, like that type of vibe. On the other hand too, like I said, you may get into school, you may decide you want to get into some type of, you know, learning something new or finding some reasoning about something or someone, and that may give you, I guess, relief is a good word. Okay, let's see what's going on in your finances. What's going on with Taurus' finances in the month of October? What is Taurus experiencing in their finances, Spirit? Make it abundantly clear for me. What is Taurus experiencing in their finances, career and finances in the month of October? One more card. Thank you. And they flew across the room. Hold on. Okay, first card, Spiral. Out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend. Career could be revisiting a job, promotion, connections. Okay. And then we have Eggs, starting over, saving up, resources, nest egg, career, healthcare, new opportunities, and insurance. Okay, so there's an area where we may have a loss, you guys, because you may have to start over. So the first thing I got with Spiral is that like things being out of control. For some of you, it may not even be that money's hard this month. It may be that like there's so many directions it's coming from. For some reason, I'm picturing someone that's a mom or like a father. New mom, new father, and like we're trying to manage the baby and the business and the 9 to 5 and the working from home and the like. There's like it's a mess. Everything's everywhere. So it's not necessarily that the career is a problem more than it's a lot, right? And for some of you, you may be looking to advance in your career, whether it's getting a new job or taking a step up. there's a possibility that could happen this month, but for some of you, if it happens, it may not happen the way that you planned. So for example, if you've been working for a company for a while and it hasn't been happening, there's a potential that it won't happen at that company. You may get a whole new, brand new opportunity altogether, or need to be considering that, right? Or you maybe you are. You like, okay, this ain't working for me no more. Okay, I've been trying and looking it up and waiting, and they done passed over me again for a promotion. You know what? New apps, new job, going to school, getting a certificate. You get what I'm saying? Like, you may just go ahead, drop it all. But it's actually, it's a good move for you if that's what you intend to do, Taurus. For some of you, you may actually get the opportunity. You may have already have it. The problem is it's a lot. It's all over the place. Okay, it's all over the freaking place. And while you're the person for the job, which I really genuinely believe that, Taurus, I also think that you may feel a little taken advantage of, or a little like overly used, if that makes any sense. Like, instead of people figuring out how to do it themselves, they just come to you. They just skip common sense. They just go right to you. So while it's great to feel useful, you may also be like, all right, what the hell? Like, calm down. So that may be something that's going on as well. But again, nothing that I feel like is bad, because whatever happens in your career, Taurus, this month, aims to grow you. Okay, it aims to thicken the plot when it comes to your career and finances. Okay, so let's get into your love and relationships. What does Taurus need to know about their relationships in the month of October? What will Taurus experience in their relationships in October 2024? What does Zodiac Sign Taurus experience in their relationships? Interesting. Okay, hold on. A few things came out, but I'm just going to take the top card here. Team Awesome. Okay, and then I got Sleep on it, which there is another card that mirrors that, so I know that that's a part of the bunch. And I get a feeling, let me go ahead and shuffle again, because I get a feeling that you need another one. What's going on in Taurus's love and relationships? Okay, there we go. Ooh, and that was in the bunch that I had, so that's perfect. Taking things very seriously, a competition, the look in it to win it, fake it till you make it. Okay. Ooh, interesting. So for some of you, you may want this relationship. Okay? If this is a breakup that you're going through or something like that, you may want this relationship. You may want this to work despite the mess that it can be sometimes. Okay, and maybe that's where the problem is coming in at, is that they don't want it but you do, or vice versa. So that may be something. You may be telling them to sleep on it. They may be telling you to sleep on it. Right? Like, okay, we can do that. We don't gotta break up today, Pookie. Maybe next week. Maybe next week we can break up. But not this week. Okay? So that may be something that comes up as well. There is a lot of like communication, like fixing communication. Maybe for some of you, you do find someone, if you are single, you may find someone that you do genuinely get along with and you're willing to go the long haul with, or at least try to. Okay, but also just make sure you're not rushing it, or you're not, they're not rushing it. Like, just taking our time, getting to know each other, making sure you're on the same page of what commitment looks like. There may be a lot of teamwork as well. And this could look like various things. It doesn't necessarily mean teamwork to a goal. You're working with people today to do this. You're over somebody's house to do that. You're working together to decorate this. Like, that may be something that happens. Because it feels very lighthearted. Whereas for other people, it may be very serious. It feels like a lighthearted teamwork. But you are still trying to win and, accomplish something. So that sounds fun. Okay. You or someone else may decide to take a break from a situation as well, or decide that that's what you need. Because again, remember we were talking about avoiding and ignoring earlier. So whether it could be that they're ignoring you or you're ignoring them, something like that is going on, but it's not necessarily to punish or to dispose of someone. It's more so to give it space. Because if we don't give it space, we're going to blow up, or we're going to have a moment. Like, they're trying to get their mind right so that they can, say and do what they need to do. And then last closing message, for someone specific, you may be ready for something real. You may have recently ended a relationship or stopped being someone's friend, like something of that nature, and you're just ready for someone who gets it. Okay? And that may be like a theme Like, I'm not doing anything else until I find the type of relationships that I deserve. And that's a beautiful place to be. Okay, Taurus? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it resonated for you. If it did, comment below, let your girl know, and like and follow. Bye! Hey, Gemini, welcome to your... what month is it? Oh, October 2024. Quick read. Let's hop into these cards using the What's the Tea card to get the tea on you. Let's see. Reflecting. First card out. Love to see it. Love to see it. And then we have Dodging Bullets. If it'll show you the card. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Okay. I mean, those are pretty self-explanatory. We're not going to get too much in those. Let's see what else is in the cards before we speak on those. Okay, we have the Fool in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, upright, excuse me. Killing me, Smalls. This blur. And then Six of Cups. All right. Things that may be relevant this month. Blonde hair or gray hair. Getting a new haircut, like cutting your hair in a way that you normally don't, or wearing it in a way that you normally don't. Keys, losing your keys, or like being specifically worried about a key, like making sure you're keeping up with it, something like that. Let's see, what else am I picking up on? You may pick up meditating or using sound bowls. That may be something that comes up. Does not have to be, just things that I'm picking up intuitively. If I'm reading these intuitively, Gemini, someone may have made an impulsive move and may have blocked you, and or vice versa. And this doesn't necessarily mean energetically blocked, it may not necessarily mean that they actually blocked you, but I'm feeling like it may be an energetic block between you and someone else, or vice versa. Like it doesn't matter. Someone's blocking somebody. There's someone decided that they knew what was going on, or they felt what they was going on. They know it all, whatever the case may be. And then they may kind of push you out, or you have pushed them out because you're like, okay, I've seen all I needed to see. Now, while I do feel like there may be a little bit of a reunion coming at some point, there's some hurt feelings around that may need a lot more investigating and reflecting before we deal with it. Now, getting off the subject of personal relationships, for some of you, if you're facing any financial or career difficulties, and this doesn't mean that money isn't good, Gemini, it may just be as simple as, we want to know, we're trying to figure out what is the next step. What are we doing? How do we expand the business? How do we expand, you know what I'm saying? How do we expand our growth? Things of that nature may be on your mind in the month of October, because it may seem like something's not working. Everyone else has it. It's happening for everyone else, or it's happening around you, right? Like you see that it's possible, but why can't I get this to do what I needed to do? You know what I mean? That may be a concern that you have. Why can't I get this to do what I wanted to do? Okay. But the good thing about the Five of Pentacles is that it's an opportunity to remove any blockages, right? We're talking about blocking here. So it's an opportunity for you to remove issues. Okay. So don't overthink it too much. Don't find yourself jumping too fast either at opportunities, because you may very well, you'll figure it out, is what I'm trying to say. Take the time you need. Don't get too caught up on what's going wrong, because maybe after some reflecting, after some thinking, after some realizations that maybe it wasn't for you, you may figure out what it is that you need to do. Okay. With the Six of Cups, there's always nostalgic energy with the Six of Cups. There's also always some giving energy. So there may be a lot of things that come back this month that remind you of who you are and what it is that you want in your life. So that may be what's helpful for you. For somebody specific, this may be someone you were dating before, and you may have they may make a resurgence in your life somehow. It doesn't have to be romantically, but they may come back, and that may have some sort of impact on you this month. Okay. But also keep in mind, and it's funny because we're not even in retrograde anymore, but just keep in mind that sometimes there's a reason why something didn't work out, so always keep that in mind. But I don't feel like there's any negative feelings, more than I think it's like a realization, like, oh, okay, they're still cool, but they just may not be for me. So consider that. But good things come from that as well. Again, nostalgia, For some of you, you may revisit a hobby too, or like something that you used to do, and you may be like, okay, like I'm glad, like I still love this. This is, I still like how this, how this makes me feel, or I still appreciate this. So that's a blessing too. Let's get into these career and finances. What do my Geminis need to know about their finances and their careers in the month of October? Ooh, quick. Yep, money conflicts. Cutting corners or breakthrough. Careers could be law and order, pay cut, defense, being fired. I don't think y'all getting fired. Y'all gonna be all right. I hope not. Okay. Ambition, taking action, hustle, manifest money. Didn't I say that? Career, management, high rank, visibility, athletic. Okay, period. I literally just said that. Well, somewhat. A money conflict may push you to take action. To keep it as simple as that. If you, like I said, if something's not working, the money's not coming in, the business is not growing, the social media isn't taking off, like whatever it is, it's like, okay, something has to change. Even if, and knock on wood, I really don't think any of you are going to lose your job. But if you do lose your job this month, or if you have lost it last month, this puts the battery in your back that you need so that you can hustle. It's time to hustle. What's the next job? What's the next thing? Oh, I always wanted to do that business anyway. Might as well. I always wanted to go back to school. Might as well. Like this gives you almost like it gives you the opportunity. Be careful about literal money conflicts, like tying your money up in something and then realizing that you need that amount of money for something more important. That may be something that comes up. You make a promise, oh, I'm gonna pay for this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna come do this, and then it's like, oh, by the way, your rent's due, like right now. And you're like, oh crap, now I have to take that money back. So that may be something that comes up as well. It's almost as like something that looks like a misfortune actually ends up being a benefit for you, Gemini. And it doesn't have to be this month. Like this can be the month coming from September into October. The end of the month, October into November, like at some point, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna use this to my benefit. Okay, and for some of you specifically, it's to force you to take a leap because you may have not been taking a leap before, and now it's like, okay, do the thing, right? Like, okay, like now you have no excuses. You don't have the job anymore. You don't. It's not that you're too busy. It's not that you're too stressed. Like you have the time. Why are we not doing X, Y, Z? Love to see it. So you do have, in a way, you do have kind of a breakthrough, which is great. Okay. A management position or like wanting to rank high, that may be on somebody's wish list this month. You guys may be thinking about like, it's time for me to be seen. It's time for me to show them what I got. Let me hear that for you. All right, let's get into 11 relationships. What's going on with the Zodiac sign Gemini and their relationships in October 2024? What's going on? Interesting. Okay, first card. Staying in. Night in your space. A moment alone. A partner is busy. Free time, mental vacation. Interesting. Sorry, not sorry. Fiction, sarcasm, false apology, apathy, forgive, make amends, harboring hurt or resentment. Interesting. And then we have siren. Alluring, seductive, enticing, mysterious, threatening, vindictive, and rebellious. Okay, remember we were talking about that impulsive person earlier? Yeah, it's coming back up. I feel like someone may have made a very like impulsive move or decision. They say something crazy, they cut you off, they decide they don't mess with you no more. Like whatever the case may be, and it puts you or them in this unapologetic state, right? Like they cut you off and you don't care. You're like, okay, whatever, that's what you want to do, forget you. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like someone gets fed up, and I feel like it may be you on that end. Like you may have realized like this is a waste of my time and my energy, right? Like I'm steady dealing with this person and their lack of maturity or their craziness, or like they're just being negative, and I don't have time for this. This is not what I'm doing. So you may decide, okay, I don't give a F anymore. I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. And this may not even be romantic. This can be at your job, a friend. You're just not gonna deal with it, okay? So there may be some vindictive, rebellious behavior going on from you to others, or vice versa. Okay. I also think, like I said, there might be some blocking, there may be some ignoring going on. Someone's acting real unbothered while the other person is real bothered. So like even if a person has decided to block you or ignore you, there may be an instance where they may still be kind of more riled up than they're leading on, or vice versa, right? So that's something to think about, okay? But like this mental vacation keeps stepping out for me, and then like especially next to dodging bullets, like keep that in mind too. If something's not working out, there may be a reason for that. If you feel better not thinking about this person or this situation, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, okay, or vice, like I said, if you the toxic one, that may be a very real thing. They just may feel better when they not dealing with this. So that may be something that comes up. But I do want to warn against being vindictive, like on purpose, because I do think somebody's jumping to conclusions. I really do. And I hope it's not you, Gemini, but the last thing you'd want to do is like really go all out trying to hurt somebody's feelings or trying to, get them together, and whole time you was wrong. So that's all I'm saying at this moment, my love. I hope that you have an amazing month, and if this resonates for you, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Bye. Hey Cancer, welcome to your quick read for October 2024. Let's get into this tea on you up here. First card out is the carless card, okay? No car, repo, car issues. Those little toy cards are so cute. Okay, and Forcer. Forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Okay. All right, I mean, self-explanatory. Some of you may have a car issue this month of some sort. You lose your car, there's a car issue, there's flooding in your car, something happens to your vehicle. For somebody specific, it doesn't seem like, it may not even be a big deal. It may just be like a little annoyance that comes up with the car too. So like, don't think the worst of the worst. They could potentially just be like something's off, something's wrong with the clicker, something's wrong with I don't know car parts. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just something wrong with it. Okay, but it's small. It's like it doesn't need to be fixed, but it's a big annoyance, if that makes any sense. And then for some of you, that may be due to someone else's behavior or like some outside forces behavior that has caused car trouble for you. For some reason, there's something about a keying a car. Maybe for some of you, may not be. And then for others of you, like I said, an outside force of some sort. Somebody gets into an accident, hopefully not, knock on wood, or I don't know, something like that may come up when it comes to your vehicle. All right, but let's get into these cards to clarify. So first card out is the Hanged Man. Love to see it. One of my favorite tarot cards. 9 of Cups. Okay, which is a good sign. And we have the King of Wands. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising may be relevant to you. Does not have to be, but that may be someone you're dealing with. Oh, and here it is again. Page of Wands in reverse. Again, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Could be someone that you know, someone that you deal with this month. Okay. And honestly, it makes that forcer make sense, but we'll come back to that. So immediately looking at these cards, it's giving very much let go, letting God type of energy. Like, again, I'm not here to, whatever you believe in, but I feel like for some of you, you may have this energy of like, I'm letting go. I'm not going to let this bother me. I'm not going to let these people stress me, or whatever it is. Like, there's kind of a letting go of freedom that you kind of enter into, Cancer, in the month of October, which is beautiful because it actually brings you a lot of abundance. Something that I'm hearing is like practicing detachment. And that detachment from trying to get a certain goal or trying to get someone to understand you or whatever the case may be actually ends up manifesting the very thing that you were trying to manifest in the first place. We love to see it. So, and again, this may not even be something conscious that you do. Like, you may not even say to yourself, like, I'm letting go, so I can get XYZ. You literally just may stop caring about something, and then it may turn up immediately. Like, we know how sometimes our gift works. Like, we just manifest the heck out of some stuff. Also, like, there's a lot of blessings. Money may be coming in. And honestly, this doesn't even feel like money, Cancer. This feels like personal fulfillment, right? This feels like joy. This feels like I'm proud and I feel successful and I feel, if nothing else, content with myself or my decisions this month. Again, even if like something wasn't going right last month, it's like, it is what it is. I'm here. I'm happy. And I'm gonna choose to be that way. The problem is there's this person and there's this energy, there's this boss, there's this somebody that just wants to make everything so hard, and they just have this arrogant way of going about a lot of things. So that may cause a little bit of issues and like confrontation this month for you, or just cause you to not be able to move the way you want to move because of this person's energy, or just, it doesn't have to be a person, but that's how it feels. Okay. So be on the lookout for somebody who just is a little bit too assertive, too much, too, causing friction in this peaceful energy that you have. And Cancer, it also can be you too, right? So just be careful about forcing things and trying to make things fit where they don't go, or going too fast, because that's definitely a fire sign, I guess you can say, quote unquote, flaw, is trying to go fast when you probably need to be more considerate of, you know, the outcomes and the possibilities. Okay, so that's something to think about this month. Like, flow, not forcing. That's probably your biggest thing this month, Cancer. Flow, not force. Okay, whether it's for you to a situation or vice versa. Don't let nobody force nothing on you. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. It's handled. So let's get into your career and finances. What do my water sign Cancers need to know? What do my Cancers need to know about their career and finances in, what's the month is this? October. Okay, we have book, paperwork, contracts, learning as you go. There we go. Careers could be writing, taking a class, education, and law. Treasure. Ooh, come on, money. Worry-free finances. Money in reserve, excess. Careers could be, you could be an executive, you can be working sales, doing some planning, or expressing a hidden talent, or having a hidden talent. Oh yeah, sorry y'all, I'll be talking fast. I'm from Chicago. It's just a habit. I can't help it. Okay, so just getting right into it, what I'm seeing with book and treasure, I do feel like you guys have found something great, right? Whether it be your career, or whether it be your new business plan, or whether it be, again, a newfound level of security, right, within yourself and within your finances. Something great is going on there, right? But we also have to have a little bit of patience, a little bit of allowing yourself to just kind of flow versus trying to force anything. Because I get this feeling that there's going to be some up days and some down days. Nothing too heavy. Just, it's not like, just because we're happy about it doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have a little bit of struggle attached to it, if that makes any sense. So the learning as you go is like highlighted for me. Like, I feel like some of you will learn a lot of lessons, especially if you're a business owner specifically, or in school. There's something you have to adjust to, okay? Like, for instance, if you're a business owner, you may have the business down pat, right? But then there may be an element of that you never considered. Like, maybe there's some financial stuff you never considered, or something that you need to be better at as far as organization. Like, something where you're like, oh, okay, and you pick it up. You do pretty good. It's just that you didn't know that was a thing you even needed to think about, okay? But money looks good. It looks like money's coming in. For some reason, I'm picking up, like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, some appreciation for the work that you do at work. Someone gives you a compliment. Someone says, "Oh, look at you. You know, you're doing a good job." So you kind of feel secure in your position. It's such a weird thing, because I don't necessarily sense you being given an award or anything. That's very possible, but this feels like finally being able to rest and being like, okay, I'm appreciated for what I do. That sort of thing. So that may be something that comes up this month. So overall, your finances look good. It's just that having an open mind is very important about how it goes, right? So let's get into your love and relationships real quick, real fast. What does Cancer need to know about their love and relationships in the month of October? Anything else? Ooh, it came out fast. Yes. First card, new beginnings, anniversary, milestone, date, celebration, meeting new people, happiness. Come on, cheers. Okay. Second card out. Friendship. Interesting. True friend, solid friendship, authentic, will do anything for you, always there for you no matter what. One more. Flash from the past. Ooh. Someone, something, a situation from the past returns. Nostalgia out of the blue, older. Okay. All right. Now, I am getting a very platonic message here. I don't know if we're celebrating someone's birthday, celebrating someone's anniversary. Like, we're doing things and we're going to be there with our friends and families and loved ones. For some of you, it very well could be your anniversary of your relationship, but I'm not 100% picking that up. This feels kind of external. It feels like I'm around my support system is how it feels. Okay. Very good positive energy. So you may see a lot of people and reunite with people you haven't seen in a while. More so friendship. I'm getting like high school or like college, something like that. You meet up with those friends and you realize how much they mean to you a little bit. So that may be something that comes up where you're like, dang, I miss this person, which is cute. Let us see it. For somebody specific, there's a relationship blossoming. that may be romantic or may have the potential to be romantic, but I feel like the friendship is really important to both of you. Like developing that and strengthening that is very important this month. Okay. I don't know why I feel like there's such a focus on your platonic and friend, like from like I guess friendships. It's such an important thing for you this month. It almost feels like for some of you, you may be trying to not distract yourself from your romantic relationship, but maybe like take a break from it. Not that it's doing bad. I don't sense for some of you that it's horrible. I just think that there's like this want for something like to talk and hang with other people. Like sometimes, you know, if you've been together for 10 years, it's like, okay, I've seen everything I can see with you. Like sometimes it's nice to kind of get away. And I feel like that may be something some of you are thinking about or discussing this month with your partner. Like, baby, I need a break. I want to go see my girls. I want to go see my guys. Something like that, okay? Otherwise, I mean, these cards are also self-spoken. Some of you could have an ex return, a friend return. You can start a new relationship with someone, you know, which is where that emotional fulfillment comes in. Like, oh, wow, like, you know, I finally met that one person, or I'm enjoying these relationships with this one person. So there's like a mix of old and new. You know, someone returns that you valued, and then there's like, oh, I'm meeting these new people, and I like them too. Like that sort of thing. So it feels all lovey-dovey and good in my stomach. Like even the person coming back, they don't feel like someone you don't want to come back. It feels like you're actually very welcoming of this energy. Okay. And then one more thing, because I know y'all like, girl, it's supposed to be 10 minutes. There's this energy that I'm picking up of an external person. Like they're not your relationship or friend, or like there's somebody actually quite removed from you, but you're happy to see them. You're happy to see them return in your reality in some way. And hey, if it don't apply, let that fly. Okay, my love? Well, I hope this resonated for you. And if it did in any way, go ahead and comment below. Let your girl know. And I hope you have an amazing October. Bye. Hey, Leo. Welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Let's get into this tea on you. Okay. First card out. It says threatening, intimidating. Child, I read that wrong. Bothered. Threatened. Bothered. Okay. Not the Oscar tool. YouTube, don't get me fat. Okay. I don't really pick anything about that right away. I will say that bothered is highlighted more to me than threatening. I don't necessarily feel a full threat, but let's see what's going on in these tarot cards to clarify. First card out, Nine of Swords. Oh, excuse me, Ten of Swords. The King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Look at you in the back. I say it every time. Leo's going to get themselves in their reading every single time. That is the funniest thing. You and Capricorn are the funniest ones with that. And then we have the Magician in reverse as well. Okay. Y'all. Okay. I'm going to read this very intuitively. So if it doesn't resonate for you, that just means it's not for you, Leo, and that's okay. Because I don't want to be reaching, because the message is pretty clear. Someone is really irritating. They're really irritated. That bothered. They are really irritating. And I hate to say it, they may be a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries this month. And mostly because they kind of pose a threat. They kind of create an irritation, right? It's their behavior. It's the way they talk. It's the force. If they're your bosses, it's the micromanaging. It's something annoying. Right? It's giving a lot, and it's very manipulative, and it's very annoying. Okay, that may be something that comes up where you're just like, my word, I just got to get from under this person. And again, because something about them is very threatening. I don't think that they are a threat specifically, Leo. Wow, that may be some of you guys' story. I hope not. I don't think this person is a threat. I think it's more of they threaten your sense of peace. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. More so, that's more specific. Anywho, with this Ten of Swords, I feel like there's some loss, there's some pain, like maybe some personal loss, some backstabbing energy, or like I don't know, there's something going on there, Leo, where you kind of feel backstabbed. And honestly, for some of you, this is old. This is an old wound. This isn't new in October. You may come into October with this, but for some of you, it may be brand new, right? Like something has to come to an end. Maybe you realize some friends aren't your friends, or you don't have who you thought you had, or, you know, you put two and two together and you like, hold on, what's going on in this situation? And so that may honestly cause you to be this person. Leo, you may become a little emotional, a little heated, a little like, you may be the threat because you're like, ain't no way this gonna happen to me. I'm finna start acting up. Because who y'all think y'all are? Especially if you feel like you've been manipulated or you've been, not even just manipulated, like put on the back burner in a way, or like disrespected, I guess is the better way. So you kind of become this person. I do think that you may take the opportunity to, like, eventually you calm down and you start to do something mature with what's going on. But I think at the initial situation, it may be on like hot popcorn. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that's something that goes on, and don't be afraid of that though, Leo. I do want to say that because I know somebody out there is probably turning the video off because they don't want to hear anything bad. I feel you. But I also consider sometimes like these situations have to happen, so that we can really get to the heart of something. And so every quote unquote bad reading, it may not be as bad as I'm describing it. It just may be something that you have to address. So who knows? Yeah, but I think somebody may have some questionable intentions this month, and maybe you the one with the questionable intentions, okay? And you like, it's time to I'm finna get on everybody because I ain't dealing with this. And nothing's wrong with that, okay? But yeah, there's some loss that may be not loss, but like I said, backstabbing energy or like a crisis or something that's kind of weighing heavy on you this month, which is probably affecting your mood in the way that you normally move. Because I see Leo as, wow, I can't say that because I was gonna say I see y'all as the calm ones, but sort of, because y'all are a fixed sign, so there's a level of needing things to be in order and make sense with Leos. And I think that lack of like certainty around someone or something kind of creates you to be a little extra, okay? Or maybe vice versa, right? Like you looking at somebody else like, something wrong with you, let me stay away from you. But let's get into this career and finances. What's going on in Leo's career and finances? What's going on with Leo's career and finances? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. What's going on in Leo's career and finances? Pendulum. It says fluctuating income, indecision, new strategy. Careers could be seasonal work, job change, making choices. What's going on with the Zodiac sign Leo's career and finances in October 2024? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. What's going on with them? Okay, ornaments, extra money, mature investment, celebration. Careers could be retail, beauty, finish work, and retirement. Okay, and then there's another card that kind of slid out a little bit. Face, money skills, investor, taking risk, face value. Careers could be self-made, fame, exposure, and reputation. Okay, some of you may have like a business, or like I always say business because that's like the broadest word, but for some of you, you could work for yourself. So like you may have like a side gig, or you cut hair, or you do hair, or there's something like that may be going on in your career and finances. But money is kind of, it ain't even that necessarily that it's funny. It's just not consistent, right? So you may 1 week in, 3 weeks in October, it's like, And then there may be some days where you like, all right, where's the money gonna come from? Because like, I don't see no cash. Like that may be something that comes up, my Leos. Like money's a little weird. Okay. Money's a little weird. So you may be trying to look for something more solid. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean a job change. You may be thinking about, okay, what do I need to do to make this more consistent, right? What avenues, what things do I need to get into to see more money? So you may try to take risks. You may add new things to your services. Like there may be something that you may try to do to get some money flowing in. So in a way, it is an investment, and in a way, it is extra money. But for some reason, I feel like your extra money kind of becomes your main income source for some of you, Leo. Okay, right? Like if you work a job and then you have something that you do on the side, that side business might pop off, and now you're making hella money off of that. But the regular job is not doing what it needs to do. Or maybe it's something you need to consider, Leo. I'll put that out there. If you've been wondering if you should invest your energy into your side gig or, something else outside of work, it may be time. Also, someone's worried about their retirement plan, or their like future security. It may not even be retirement, but you're thinking bigger and like more long term instead of just now and, being able to pay for this and that. You're like, hold on, what does 10 years look like? What does 5 years look like from now? Okay. So there's something about that going on as well. It's like time to take risks. Just make sure that like we're not over Like we're over calculating. Like we think we can hop into something before we've had all the things. Because I don't think taking a risk is bad for you, Leo. It's more of have all the details. Because like for some reason I get unfinished project from you, Leo. Like you have something that actually would be successful, but you're not doing it. But then you may get an idea and try to flip over to that. But it's like, why are we skipping the first plan? Because that one's already ready to go. Why are we skipping that and going to this random new thing? So that may be something that comes up. Okay, my love? But good things are coming. Good things are coming. At least it's trying to come. So let's get into the love and relationships. What's going on with Leo in their career and finances? Excuse me, their love and relationships. What's going on with Leo's career? Why do I keep saying that? Whew. What's going on with Leo's love and relationships in the month of October? Wow. Oh my God. Y'all got so much going on. It's ridiculous. Now look at this. Skater girl. Okay. Skater girl, skating along, balance, outdoor date, letting things slide, adaptable, quickly, seamlessly. Okay, let's see what all of these say. That's a lot. Playing the field. Okay, y'all outside. Y'all are outside. Still meeting and dating other people, seeing each other being a player, games being played. There's bride, wife, sorry y'all, wife, partner interested in the love of a lifetime, wedding, event, commitment, advancement. Yeah. Having fun, trying to fit in, being playful, modeling after others, whimsical, free-spirited. And then there's glam it up. Okay. Y'all are going outside. Okay, Leo. In Leo fashion. Y'all are outside. Y'all are going on dates. Y'all are meeting new people. Especially if you're a single Leo. I don't think you're very much trying to take anyone serious right now. Even if you say you are. Because like Leo, I feel like Leos tend to lean towards commitment. Even if they say they not and they outside. Y'all be wanting somebody on retainer. Y'all don't be really trying to be outside. But y'all be outside. And I feel like that's a thing. So you may have someone, right, this month, or you may, it's still in the air. For some of you, it's very casual. I don't know who's making it casual, because it could be you, but it can also be them as well. There's some casualness in your romance. So it's fun, for sure. We're having fun, right? We're going out. We're looking cute. We're enjoying it. But if I'm just speaking frank, Leo, it gives very much somebody's committing, the other person's not. Someone's being wife or hubby, and they're at the house and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and somebody's in the street. And maybe that's where this betrayal comes from, because you're like, wait a minute, I'm over here trying to be wifey hubby and you outside, or vice versa, right? You know, because I keep picturing also a situation where somebody's committed, like you're in a relationship, but your partner has like basically pissed you off for the last time, and you may decide like, you know what, I'm going outside. That's it. I'm gonna get me a new boo because you playing. Like, it may be something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't intend to leave this person, there may be something like that comes up as well. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Otherwise, there's good positive vibes going out. Maybe not even just with on a date. Like, you may actually just plan stuff for family, friends, go out, look cute, dress up, like have a good time. Especially with Halloween and stuff coming around, that may be an important thing. Is actually just getting out of your comfort zone and doing stuff. It's and specifically like pumpkin patches and stuff, like little stuff like that, little Halloween pumpkin-y events. That may be something that's important. Okay, my love. But that is all I am seeing for you, my Leos. I hope you are having an amazing day. And if this resonated, please go ahead and leave me a comment below to let me know. I hope you have a great October. Bye. Hi Virgo, welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Let's get into it, starting with your T. What's the T on you? Grudge holder. Ooh, Virgo, you been holding grudges. You got attitude. Okay, and this is so funny because like the way my sun, moon, and rising set up in that card, child, that's funny. Anywho, moving on. I mean, obviously it's self-explanatory. Either you're holding a grudge or someone is holding a grudge this month. That may be something that is important to you, or something that you are. It almost also feels kind of like sticking to something. Like, even if you don't want to be mad or upset or whatever, like behave in a certain way, you may be behaving that way anyway, out of a sense of like doing what you said you would do. But let's see what the tarot cards say. We have the Hierophant. Gorgeous card. The first thing that strikes me is the staircase. Okay, something about a staircase is maybe important. The word I'm hearing is ascension, right? Of course, with the Hierophant, we're learning lessons, we're growing, but seeing that staircase for some reason is triggering the word ascension, like we're going up, right? And then we have Nine of Swords. Okay, this pillow is sticking out for me specifically. You may need some sleep, Virgo, or not even just sleep, like rest, because just because you're like sleeping doesn't mean it's restful. So something about that may be relevant this month. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Too cute. I love the Ace of Cups. So much hope. Okay, I don't see any important signs, but that water sign may be relevant. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. Okay. Anywho, so let's get into it. Your message is kind of deep, Virgo. While I do think that some of you may actually ascend this month, right? Like you may get a new position, or you may bring or take something to new heights in your life. I do think that there might be a spiritual aspect to this month. If you're a reader or somebody who considers themselves very spiritual or religious, that may play an important part to your life. Specifically, I'm hearing like becoming more of those things, right? Getting more deeper into your religion or your spirituality. You may have already been this way, but this month just may be particularly important. Like either you feel stronger in this or more like confident, or something happens with it. Like you may have like a moment of like, I don't know, like quote unquote a coming to Jesus moment. Again, no religious affiliation here. I'm just reading the cards, okay? But that may be something that is important to you this month. But on a deep level, right? I feel like there's some changes happening for you, Virgo, in your life physically, but also emotionally and mentally. There may be some friendships that you're like, I don't really necessarily want these people around, or I do want them around, or they have a different value now. This job, it's cool, but maybe I want more, right? I want to do something different. Like it's like we're changing, we're growing, but it's in a positive way. But with this Nine of Swords, I feel like there's a tendency to worry about the future. We're spending too much time worried about what that looks like. We're spending too much time worrying about, okay, if I make all of these changes, and yes, I'm growing, and yes, I want something new and different, and I want to walk up the stairs, right? But what does that look like? So we're not really pulling the trigger like we really want to, because we're like, remember I was talking about earlier, sticking to what you know, like kind of, okay, yeah, it may not serve me anymore. Yeah, the situation's probably over, but I said I'll do this, so that's what I'm going to stick to. It's not necessarily a full grudge that I'm feeling, more than it's like, I want to stick to what I said, right? But that's the thing, new relationships are coming in, new potential, new possibilities, new creative pursuits. Like you're getting something new, so why are we so stuck? Why are we so worried? Right? We're so worried. Like it's like sometimes, yeah, like in order to go somewhere new, you have to close, the old door, right? You have to close the door. So it may not be as bad as your mind is making it, but you are making it that bad. You get what I'm trying to say, Virgo? And also with this grudge holder, I think that for some of you, especially with this Ace of Cups, if you identify as a person who has been hurt a lot, or maybe your relationships have disappointed you, or you're like, maybe you got excited about getting an opportunity and you didn't get it. Like those things may have become so embedded in you to expect disappointment. Like be careful about that hindering you this month. If you just know that you have a particular type of person or type of thing that you veer away from because it's hurt you before, careful about like projecting that onto new relationships and new opportunities, okay? That may be a big theme this month. So let's get into your career and finances. Wrong cards. Let's get into your career and finances. What's going on with Virgo's money this month? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's going on with Virgo's career and finances this month, Spirit? Ooh, so many cards. Okay, let me do that again. What's going on with Virgo's career and finances this month, Spirit guys? Make it abundantly clear for me. What's going on with their career and finances this month? Okay, a few things came out. Okay, first thing, money conflicts, cutting corners, breakthrough. Careers, you could work in law and order, you could get a pay cut, defense, being fired. Okay. Moon, fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided. Careers could be moonlighting, meaning like you work in like 2 jobs, type of thing. Odd jobs, night shift, part-time. And sudden change, okay? Frivolous spending, short-term loan. Okay, and it's funny that that change came out. I don't know if you guys know the song. I think it may have came from the Dreamgirls soundtrack. Jennifer Hudson, she's singing Changing. I think it's called Change or Changing. I am changing. That song. Trying every way I can. That song. I think that like, listen to it. If it resonates for you, great. If it ends up being like a theme song for you this month, that's great. But I keep hearing that like on replay. I just had to say it. Anywho, there's some change coming to your finances. There's some money conflicts. Honestly, Virgo, it kind of feels strange because on the one hand, we want more, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have anything, Virgos. For some of you, I'm feeling like you have money, you just want more. You're making money, you just want more. You want more consistency, right? You want more. If you're making money from something, you may want to double or triple that number. And that may be something that comes up. So, because it may be conflicting with what you want, what your goals are, and that may be annoying you in the month of October. I want to buy this, I want to go here and there, but I'm not making enough, or I'm making enough, but you know, it has to go to this and this and that. Like, there may be something that's coming up when it comes to your finances. Feeling like the money's just fleeting. It's as quick as it comes in, it goes out. Okay? But I do think some money does kind of randomly come in. Like, you do get an opportunity to make more. Maybe your job offers overtime, or you get a new opportunity. So it's some money that comes in. It's just that there's so much going out. Also, be careful about just spending. For somebody specific, I don't know why I keep hearing trip. Like, if you are going and or have gone on a trip, something about that may have cut into your funds in an unflattering way, and you may have to work on that. Okay, so just be careful about that. It doesn't feel heavy though, because normally when we see these type of cards, we feel heavy and we're like, oh, money's going out the window. I don't necessarily feel that. I feel an annoyance with money, wanting more, needing more, wanting to do something, can't yet. Tired, you know, the job is too stressful and strenuous for the amount of money you're making. For somebody specific, you want to change, you want to do something different, but you are absolutely terrified of what that will mean financially. So, like, for example, if you work a regular job and you want to quit your job and like go freelance, you may be absolutely terrified about that. Or let's say you are a creative and you do one thing specifically and you're like, you know what, I want to do something new. You're absolutely terrified about how that'll affect your funds. But it's necessary, especially if you work from the arts. It's necessary for growth. Okay, nothing wrong with wanting stability, because that's still possible too. But if you're changing and growing, Virgo, those things may not resonate with you anymore, right? You're someone new, which is why you're interested in changing in the first place, right? Makes sense to me. If you, whatever you made before, right? Whatever you made before, you can recreate that in this new environment. It doesn't have to be the same, right? It doesn't have to have the same results, right? Especially not right away. It's new. But yeah, some changes are coming. So let's get into your love and relationships to close. What's going on in Virgo's romantic relationships and relationships overall? What's going on with Virgo's relationships in October 2024? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. On guard. Now, what did I say earlier? On guard. Competing for someone at an impasse. Guarded. Needs space, takes time, skilled interaction. Sorry, that's not clearing up at all. There we go. Yep. Clarity. What's going on in Virgo's relationships? Okay. Too cute. Love it. Okay, we have no, you hang up. Lengthy, exciting conversations, a lot to talk about, into each other, meaningful, giddy, a lot in common. Cute. We love to see it. That mirrors our original reading. Sweetheart. Romance, infatuated, want you back, courting, a gentleman, surprise, treating you well. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can move these over so y'all can see all of these cards. All right, Virgo. So, very positive reading. Again, we talked about this earlier. There may be someone's on guard, right? Whether this is you or the other person, child, if I can pick it up. Whether it's you or the other person, someone's on guard. Honestly, Virgo, it feels like it's coming from you, but it may not. Someone's trying to be your friend. Someone's trying to romance you. Someone's trying to change maybe the dynamics in your relationship. And you may be coming at it like, ugh, like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. You know what I mean? There's kind of like a defense mechanism that we're putting up in front of this relationship. If you're a single Virgo, just be careful about that, especially if you're getting good vibes. And I get it. If you've been hurt, I 100% get it, right? And in a way, you do need to be protected because you really don't ever really know fully, right? But if things are going well, if they're being super sweet, if they're romancing you and they haven't given you any red flags, behaving in a way that you're like as if you're expecting them to mess up is going to mess up the connection, right? So we have to be careful about that this month. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be a brand new friend. This can be a coworker or a partner that's trying to come in and offer you an opportunity. Be careful about that. And it's the same vice versa, because I am feeling that some of you are dealing with someone who is very guarded. So you're kind of you're them in this position. You're like, okay, why are you so guarded with me when I've shown you nothing but good conversation and truth and sweetness and romance? Why are you keeping me at arm's length, right? And that may cause some resentment within you because you're like, I'm not doing anything to you. So why do I feel like I'm being persecuted every day? Okay, so that may be something that comes up. Otherwise, it's very sweet. It's very fun. We're laughing a lot. We're enjoying our friendships. We're enjoying our relationships, especially the new ones, right? Because it's always fun to meet, new people that we have good energy with. But that may be something that comes up also. I am seeing the return of someone. This doesn't feel like an ex, not a full ex. It may be for some of you, but this feels like someone that you just had a run-in with. Maybe you guys went on a few dates, they messed up, and now they're back, right? But they're kind of back with a vengeance. They're kind of back with a vengeance. They're kind of back, like, trying to talk to you all the time. They're bringing flowers. Like, they laying it on thick. Peanut butter and jelly. Like, they are laying it on thick. And you may be having your guard up, which is understandable, especially if this person has already disappointed you. But that may be something that comes up as well. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's your life. I'm just reading the cards. Okay, my love. I hope this resonates for you, Virgo. If it does, leave me a comment below to let me know. And I hope you have a fantastic October. Bye, babes. Hey, Libra. Welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Happy belated birthday. All of that. Okay? So let's hop in with this tea. Let's see what's going on with you for this month overall. Hunted. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, and side effects. Ooh, yikes. Okay. I'm not getting too many intuitive hits off of that, aside from the fact that Halloween is obviously coming up. But let's see what the tarot cards say. Okay. Death and rebirth. A death card, essentially. No worries, though. That's not always what it means. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which kind of goes up with our main card. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. Ooh, Libra. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Cards feel how they may. I normally do 3, but this 4th one was coming out and I was like, let me go and keep it. Okay. So I don't see any signs per se. Maybe a Scorpio may be relevant to you. Could be your sun, moon, or rising. If you're cross watching this, could be someone you're involved with. Does not have to be. Okay. Water energy for sure here. All I'm hearing like immediately is that we're having a lot of realizations in the month of October. This honestly, Libra, feels more of like how you're dealing internally than it feels like anything you're dealing with on the outside. But we'll see what comes out in general. Because it feels like you're having like what do they call those? Come on, Shay. Think. Epiphany. It's like you're having epiphanies this month. Okay, so something may be transitioning or changing in your life. For some of you, this won't be a big deal, right? It may be something that's just going on internally. You change your mind about how a relationship seems to you. You decide you want to move, or you like something you want to do in the future. But there's some sort of immediate change, and you're ready to transition. The problem is it comes with all of this emotional turmoil, right? We're thinking about the past. We're thinking about how we messed up, or we're thinking about how other people have messed up and how that's affecting your life. It's almost kind of keeping you stuck too, because it's like we're not really fully learning from it. It's just sticking to us. It's making us feel some type of way, right? Instead of feeling it and then transmuting it, or moving past it, it's almost as if we can't fully get over it. And it's causing this way of thinking where we're not changing anything because we either like it that way, or we have all of these reasonings. Oh, well, I don't want to forgive them because of XYZ, or I don't want to get over that because of XYZ, and we're not realizing how bad it's holding us back. Maybe there's also a little bit of disconnect as well, personally, from, I don't know, like yourself. And so that's kind of coming up with both of these cards. Like, we need some self-love. We need to pour back into ourselves a little bit. Either we haven't been, or there's just some specific part that we haven't been addressing, and that needs to be addressed this month. Like, it's almost like you have to stop in your tracks and deal with how you're feeling, what's going on in your mind. Like I said, if there's a breakup, if there's a loss, if there's some feels, there's some self-esteem issues, like anything like that, it's almost like I have to deal with this right now, or it's going to cause a problem. And I wonder what's going on astrologically for you guys. It's something I should have looked up, because it feels like it's going to be a big deal, and it's like it serves a purpose, but we really won't know until you get there. Okay, something I'm sensing too is having a problem with authority this month, like maybe having a problem with a boss or a manager, or for somebody specific, if you're working on a project with someone, and let's say you are partners but they've been heading it, there may be like an issue with that person kind of not liking the way that they're doing it. Or maybe you just feel like someone's imposing their way on you. Something specific that I'm picking up kind of outside of the cards is a friendship issue. Like someone you're really close to and you have a close relationship with. There's an issue there, communicating or understanding each other. Something's going on. And we're a little worried, Libra. And I don't want you to take this as like the worst thing ever, because to be honest, I think generally Libras typically are fine, right? Like we got the job, we got the friends, like everything's decent, but that doesn't mean that there isn't something that we're still struggling and grappling with, right? Like, just a really quick aside, I see this with air signs all the time. You guys have the best poker faces out of the zodiac, in my opinion. Even earth signs, like your poker face is very like logical, and I'm just thinking about what makes sense. But internally, there'll be something going on that we're trying to avoid, or we're like not fully addressing. And I think this month you just don't have a choice. It's almost like it all comes out like word vomit. You have to figure it out. You have to do something about it. You have to cry. You got to do something about it. But do know that it's serving a purpose overall in your journey, right? Okay. So if you have any grief or any gripes, it may affect you very heavily this month, but in a way to help you release it. So let's get into this career and finances. What is going on with Libra's finances this month? 2 cards, Spirit. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What about Libra's experiencing when it comes to their finances? Okay, 1 second. One fell over here. Yes, what I say? Money ain't never a problem. Award. Winning money, payoff for effort, recognition. Careers could be advancement, professional work, and fame. Okay. And then we have Clover. Lucky break, gamble, good fortune, chance, career, finance, outdoors, risky business, surprises. Okay. So money looks awesome this month. I really don't think you're going to have a problem when it comes to your career and finances. And these cards really don't leave much to say. For some reason, I'm feeling like for somebody specific, you may get an opportunity, and I'm straight channeling right now. You may get an opportunity to like present or speak, or like you may end up being the representative for a project or something like that. Just because of your good work or your work ethic, the way you show up, maybe you're like the best person to present this information. So you get this opportunity to do something that you haven't been done before, especially if you're like not a manager or you're not in those type of positions. It's like you get that recognition through this opportunity, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that kind of pays off. You kind of feel good about that because you're like, okay, like y'all see me, which is a great thing. Something about when this gambling sticks out to me, I wouldn't be surprised if you go to the casino or do some type of gambling, and it may not be like I said, the casino type of gambling, but something where you're taking a risk and you're not, and like it's a gamble. You don't really know if you're gonna win or you're gonna be successful, and then you kind of end up being successful. So that's the great part. You take this risk and it pays off. I don't really see too much. Hold on, I'm getting this itching to add a card. What's going on with Libra's finances? Where's this luck coming from, Spirit? Okay, yeah, like I said, Queen of Swords. It's how you present yourself. It's your thought process. It's your creativity. It's your mental process. You know, you may have the answers that other people seem to can't figure out at work. you can figure it out. You unjumble it. Okay. And now they're like, hey, can you present this? Can you speak this? You have a great way of taking what we know and making it all make sense for others. And this also, I'm not gonna put this in there. I don't know where to put it. So many cards, y'all. And there's also this feeling of like, even if you're doing, let's say, like something business related or freelance or like your own personal project, social media, anything like that, this can apply there as well. Like you put up a video that everybody relates to or something of that nature, and it kind of pays off. Now, again, even if it's a small win for others, it's a big win for you. And that's what matters this month. Okay, Libra? Well, money looks good. You look lucky. It seems like money's coming in, probably from everywhere, which is great. So let's get into this love and relationships. What does the Zodiac sign Libra need to know about their romantic relationships in October? Ooh, yikes. Puppet master, pulling your strings, narcissist, manipulation, control, assert yourself, addictive relationship. Try me, not in the mood. The answer is no. Pissed off, on the chopping block, fed up, things need to change. Interesting. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Libra, I'm picking up multiple things from this. The first thing I'm picking up is that you may be dealing with someone who has a lot of, like, they're very controlling, at least to you. Like, that's how you view them. You may watch their reading and they may have the exact opposite, like control may seem like that's far from what they're doing, like they have a different reason for doing it, but you're receiving it as control. They have rules, they have this, they have that, and you may feel like they're trying to force you to do things that you don't want to do. And this may not even be romantic, but for example, let's say you want to be more relaxed, they want to be more strict. You want to, I don't know, you want to go out, they don't, and they're like trying to convince you why they don't want to go out. Like, there's something in this relationship where, honestly, Libra, while I do think you do need to stand up for yourself, and I do think that there may be some friction where you or one of you is trying to decide whether or not you should cut this person off. I also do think that it's a matter of just difference in personality. I'm getting this intuitive feeling that you're receiving them this way, but that's not necessarily true. And it's not to say that you're wrong. For example, just because I don't like the way someone does things doesn't mean that their way is wrong overall, or that like they don't have a point in why they do the things that they do, if I'm making any sense. And I think that may be what's going on between you two, is that they just see things one way, you see it another way, but you're receiving it as controlling and manipulative, and they're trying to have their way and force you, but they really may have some real deep-ish rooted reasons for why they do what they do, and vice versa. So that may be something as well. And you may experience this in friendships as well this month, like one specific friendship where you're trying to get back cool, you're trying to understand, and they're just like, nope, I'm not trying to deal with you. It feels manipulative, it feels like they're trying to keep you at bay, but that's not the case. So you may lose somebody this month. I hate to say it, but honestly, don't get too focused on the loss, because I do think that this may be a difference in opinion. On the other hand, though, if you're a Libra and you kind of know that you're in a relationship or a dynamic where you are just always being taken advantage of, like you're being super kind and super understanding, and they're just like constantly taking advantage of that diplomatic energy, you may have to stand up for yourself this month. Like, be willing, because otherwise, this is already coming up, right? But I just feel like if you're in a vulnerable place and you have someone around who's willing to manipulate and willing, like, just making everything hard, you know what I mean? Harder than it already is. You may want to get from around that. But there's some weird manipulative energy going on in your relationships, and that needs to be addressed. Okay, my love. Otherwise, it seems like a good month as long as you're like, ready for this transition that you're about to go through, my love. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you have a great October. And if any of this resonates, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section. Bye. Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Happy early birthday, by the way. Let's go ahead and get into this tea on you. What's going on with you this month? So, first card out, creativity. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off of you. Ooh, okay. Not getting any intuitive hits off of this. I will say that I don't think that this has anything to do with other people. We'll see what the cards say, but this doesn't feel like the creativity part is what's highlighted for me. That I feel like that's the important part of this month for you. I don't know if the rest of that paragraph has anything to do with you, but let's see what the card says. So starting off with this first one, 8 of Wands. Come through. I don't know why I love the 8 of Wands. Just maybe it's a fire sign in me. Okay, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, come on. That's good. All right, and then we have the Ace of Swords. Come through. I'm hearing the lights are on. You know the saying, like, the lights are on but nobody's home? Like, I feel like it's the opposite. Like, somebody is home and now the lights are on and everything's, like, coming together. Creativity is going to mean a lot of different things for a lot of you this month. For my more so single, maybe child-free people, this is all about creativity and career. I think an idea may hit you. I think some sort of, like, you're ready to take action on something and you actually put your energy towards making something happen, right? Your mind is open, the lights are on, and you're like, ooh, I got it. I know what I want to do. I got to get this on paper. I got to get this out there. I know what I need to do for my next step. I know what I need to drop. I know. It's like, and then you're sure and you start to do. But it comes with a lot of burdens. It comes with a lot of multitasking. And for some reason, when it comes to 10 of Wands, it's like we're carrying things that don't even belong to us. We just have a lot of stuff on us. We're trying to consider this person and that person and, meet this expectation and that expectation. And it makes something more heavier and more of a task than it would be if we just did what we needed to do or what's only our responsibility. A word on... Sometimes you do have obligations, right? Like if you make promises to people, or if you say you're going to work this job, like yes, there's those things, but like I'm talking about things that have nothing to do with you, other people's emotional crap, trying to consider someone else's project over yours to a point where your project can't come alive. Those things kind of need to be dropped this month, and it may be something where you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on myself. I want to also reassure you that you're like really close to whatever it is you're trying to achieve, or at least you're close to a breakthrough. Okay. So just make sure you're prioritizing yourself and your projects as well. That doesn't mean you need to like push everybody out the way, but it does mean that like, if something has nothing to do with you, don't get involved. Why? You have something to focus on already. You have something that you're passionate on. Like the lights are on, the candle has been lit. Let's go. But for my people who are having children, you may actually, like if you're pregnant or know someone who's pregnant, they may have a baby this month. And I don't like too much speak on medical stuff, but that may be a very real thing. There might be a child on the way. When we think of creativity, we think of like the creation process. And I think that may be something that comes up, is a baby, you get a phone call that someone's pregnant, something of that nature. Like this month feels very, my eyes are open. And something new is happening and something new is running at me. So it's kind of exciting. It's honestly an exciting energy. Just be careful about overthinking. Because I just get this like feeling with the Ace of Swords of like just overthinking. And like I said, trying to consider so many things and so many people. And that may just not be what you need to be focusing on, right? So let's see what's going on in your career and finances. What's going on in Scorpio's career and their finances, Spirit? Make it abundantly clear. What are they experiencing in their career and finances in October? Y'all cards is coming out like butter. Come on. Okay. Sorry. Manifesting money, reach goals, financial assistance. Okay. Careers could be hand-on work and getting help getting a job. Excuse me. And some of you could work with children. I don't know why that little painted hand makes me think of like art class. So some of you may be teachers or, see some sort of class. Skull. Rough patch. Borrowing money, low on cash. Careers could be hospice, healer, no work, reinvention. Okay. Interesting. For some of you, your job, like, or not even just your job, but like, you may do very low paying work. Like, you love it, but it may not pay the most. Or it may be something that has like a really great purpose to it. Like, again, you work with children, you work with the homeless or people who are in nursing homes, stuff like that. Like you do something that's actually helpful to other people, but it may not bring in much money. Okay. And so that's the only thing. So that's like, I do think this month with this reach goals, like I do think it's about reaching a goal. So either you achieve something, like you get a decision that you've been trying to get, like you get a letter from someone that you've been trying to get a letter from, you get the approval, something great does happen, and or you pursue it. But I do think money may have a little bit of a strain on it, more so just because of what you do on a day to day. So you may have put your effort toward changing that this month. If you don't have a job, like if you're out of work right now, that may be your main focus is like, okay, what do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? Like, and you may actually get the job that you're looking for this month, which is a blessing. I really, if you aren't working, I really pray for that. Either way, Scorpio, you're reinventing yourself overall, whether you know it or not. Like your life is reinventing itself. So kind of be ready for that, especially when it comes to your finances. And for somebody specific, I'm getting the message of make sure you don't play humble in situations where you know something belongs to you. Okay, I'm not asking you to go out and like be rude or mean to people, but if you know someone is trying to take credit for your work or take credit for your effort on something, be sure to check them for it, because I don't know, that's coming up a little bit, like someone getting credit for your name or your work, or taking it, like someone says something complimentary about it and you thinking like, well, that's me, but they're like praising other people for it. That may be something that comes up. Okay. Oh, and I also think someone's money might be going all the way to something. Like again, if you're having a child, that may be a thing. All your money's going there and that's what you're focused on, like, or you're taking care of someone, something like that. Okay, so let's get into your love life. What's going on with the Scorpio's love life? What's going on with Scorpio, someone writes love life? Blowing bubbles came out first. Fun, loving, bubbly, manifesting, embracing the moment, airy, flowing, being in the now. Those bubbles are so significant to me. They're like sticking out in my mind. And then we have glam it up, bring your A game, hitting the town, making an effort, edgy venue, finishing touches. Interesting. Whether you're single or not, Scorpio, I guess I'll speak in general, but if this may apply if you're in a relationship or not, there's some positivity coming your way in your relationships. If you're in a relationship, it's very relaxed and we're having fun, and maybe we're enjoying the moment this month, which is great because I don't think that was the case last month. But there's a positivity there. If you're single, you're probably not worried about it. But you're looking good. I don't know, like just not even just a glam it up card. Like you heard me say glow up come out earlier. I think some of you may glow up. Like you're just looking better. Maybe your skin's clear. Your hair is looking more luscious. You get a certain hairstyle and it's hitting. The clothes, the fits is fitting. Like it's just, you look good. And I think that boost of confidence, along with whatever's going on, in your the other parts of your life, just kind of makes you feel really good about yourself. So you may want to go out and about. You may want to show off a little bit. Be seen more than you usually do, because your confidence is up. So there's some flowing and not forcing energy in your love life, which I love. If you are committed, I do think there's like I said, a happiness, a relaxedness to the relationship. A lot of positive light shining on your relationship. So I don't think there's really too much to worry about or think about. For somebody, I just heard decorating your house, or like doing some sort of couples activity in that regard, or focusing more on that. Love it. Looks like some positive energy is coming your way, Scorpio, especially with this month starting off your birthday. So I hope you enjoy and take action on your goals. Love you. Hope you have an amazing October. Leave me a comment if this resonates. Bye. Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your read for October 2024. Let's get into it. Let's start with the T on you. First card is ego. Hurt ego getting in way of relationship, etc. Okay, that's a little self-explanatory. If I had to say who it's coming towards or who it is, honestly, Sagittarius, I can see it happening for both ways. So for some of you, it may be that someone else's ego is getting in the way. And for some of you, I see it might be the opposite. But let's see. Ooh, there it is. 7 of Swords. Okay. Yep, there it is again. Magician in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio may be relevant to you or in your sun, moon, or rising. It does not have to be. just there, okay? Another thing that may be relevant is wearing a lot of black, like either lately or that's like your thing, and wearing hoodies a lot. That may be a thing. Also, if you've been working out or like something about your leg or your like a cast on your leg or leg injury, something like that may be relevant. Okay. Just reading from left to right. Sagittarius, there may be some sort of betrayal this month that comes up. Someone gets rejected. You reject someone. Someone rejects you. You know, you figure out they're not who you think they are. You figure out someone's sneaky. A sentence that I'm hearing specifically is that someone's moving funny. There may be some manipulation going on. Just some weird behavior. And you kind of feel like, what the heck? Like, I can't believe this is happening. I feel like this is something you do discover. Again, if it's you to someone else, it's like it all comes out, or it's all a big realization, or vice versa. You figure it out. You're like, what the heck is going on? And it causes some ego issues. Again, maybe someone feels like they're being manipulated. And that causes a bit of confusion. Okay? Because what do we do now? Now that we know the truth, now that we see what's going on, you know, now that we see the situation for what it is, what do we do? You know, do we stay like we don't know what's going on? Do we forgive, or do we move on? What do we do? And it doesn't have to be romantic either. Like, for some of you, this may even be within your family. Like, someone you don't expect to say something or do something, they do the thing, and you're like, okay. Or vice versa. I always keep in mind it may be vice versa. It's not even like this is something that affects your life more than I think this is kind of within, like something that you're just going back and forth with. But at some point during the month, you do clear it up. You know, there's just some compassion that's needed. There's some understanding. Like the way her hands is up, if you've ever had a moment where you were like, okay, I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm not gonna be stressed about this anymore. I'm not gonna let this control my mind. I feel like you may have that moment where you're like, you know what? It's fine. I got it figured out. I'll handle it. It's all good. And things start to clear up and you start to feel emotionally better about the situation and you know how to handle it. Another thing that comes up is that some of you may be in hustle mode. Okay, because another meaning for the Seven of Swords is kind of like, you know, moving silently and quickly. You know, what they say, moving in silence. That may be something that comes up. There's some confusion and some uncertainty that comes along with that hustle, because although we're willing to, you know, shut it all down and focus on what we need to focus on, there is a piece where things are getting in the way, or you're not really sure of what you're doing. Like, you don't even know if you should be going in this direction with this thing. And that definitely may be hurting your ego, right? Because you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know who I am, or I don't know if they'll accept me. Maybe you get a rejection letter for something and you're like, oh no, like maybe this is not for me. So something like that comes up. Okay, so it's kind of multiple meanings going on here, but it seems like there's a little bit of a weight, Sagittarius, that you eventually release sometime during the month. Okay, so let's get into your career and finances. Let's see where this is at. What does Sagittarius need to know about their finances and career this month? Okay, ooh, girl, a lot of cards. See, I'll be asking for one, they be giving me 75. First card that fell on the floor was Lucky Break. Excuse me, Clover, Lucky Break, Gamble, Good Fortune, Chance. That's good. Careers could be in finances, outdoors, risky business, and surprises. Okay, and then we also have bad investment, financial challenges, savings. Careers could be office work, night shift, job ending. Which I don't think any of you are leaving your job or ending your job or anything like that. Okay, now a couple other cards that came out. I'm not going to read these just simply because it takes up a lot of time, but you know, here goes a couple of things if you want to pause to read. Okay. I do think some money is coming in for you, Sagittarius. Again, if you've worked a steady job for a while, or been with the company for a while, I don't think that money is getting interrupted. I think this bad investment may be more so, and maybe it's a split. Maybe some of you Sagittarius have been working somewhere for a long time and everything's fine, but there's a bad investment that you make this month financially that you kind of wish you didn't make. And this doesn't even necessarily mean like stocks and bonds. This can be investing your money and your time into something that you're not getting a return on. Maybe you invested in someone else's dream and you're not seeing a return on it. Maybe you spent a lot of money on something and you ain't even using it. Like something like that. For others of you though, if you're out of a job altogether, there may be some financial challenges going on. You're trying to figure them out, but you get some sort of lucky break. You get some type of opportunity. Again, a rejection is followed up with a promise. So something of that nature may come up. You may get a chance to fix your situation if you feel like it's been off for a long amount of time. Okay. I just heard for somebody living off your savings or living off the money that you're making from something like a side business. For somebody specific, if you've been sitting on a skill, right? Like, let's say you know how to do nails, but you haven't started the business yet, or you have a certificate for something, but you haven't, started to use those skills in the setting you're supposed to use them in. It may be time to get to that, or maybe you're considering that this month on how you're going to do that. So that may be something that you're putting together. Okay. And then before we move on to love, I wanted to say for somebody specific, you may have to do something you don't want to do for a little while. So for example, if you're looking for a very specific job or a very specific opportunity, you may have to consider that the leap, like you getting out of there, may be more important than you trying to wait it out or wait for the opportunity to come around. So if you have to take something that you don't want to take, but it's beneficial for the most part, you may want to do that. Again, I'm not encouraging anybody to leave a comfortable, stable situation. What I'm saying is, if you hate your job and you've been looking for a job and the only reason why you haven't left is because you haven't found an opportunity, consider that you may need to find an opportunity just to get your feet out first, and then while you're waiting on that new opportunity, it'll come in. Because I think for some of you, where you're at or like the position that you're in right now is just toxic. If you've been out of a job and you're just waiting for like the perfect corporate job, like you may not be able to do that right now. You may have to take what you can take until what you're looking for comes along, especially if you're in that bad of a position. Okay. Like for instance, if you want to work the day shift but only a night shift is available and this is the only job that you've been offered in months, there's a consideration there. You may have to look into that. Okay. And then one more thing, something about a family member possibly having been like incarcerated or, doing some sort of drugs or something like that, that may be significant for you this month. Okay, so let's get into your love and relationships. What does Sagittarius need to know about their romantic relationships in the month of October? What is Sagittarius going through in their romantic relationships? Okay, yep, there it is. All right, so first card out. Mall crawl. On the hunt, retail therapy, meeting at the mall, so pleasantly surprised. Happy find. Other card. Stork. A new addition, ideas manifested, pregnancy, baby, child, children, family, good news, inspiration. And then the other one that popped out. Mentally tapped, emotionally spent, physically drained, spiritually depleted, ready to make a change. Okay. Someone's newly single this month. Like, even if necessarily you guys weren't necessarily, what's the word I'm looking for, official or exclusive, you may be done with a situation that you have, starting something new, or you're just kind of tired of their behavior or tired of something that they do or don't do, and that may be something that comes up this month. You want change, you want to see change, and you're doing what you have to do to make that happen. Because it seems like we're back outside. We're trying to add to the roster. That may be something that comes up for you. For others of you, it may not be that you're not breaking up. For others of you, it may be that you're not breaking up, but you are considering that, like, because you're maybe tired of how things are going in the relationship. Again, if someone's moving funny and they're doing something they have no business and it's hurting your ego, it's hurting your feelings, it's making you uncomfortable, that's a thing. But I also want to call you out a little bit, Sagittarius. If you know that you're being extremely vain, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be attracted to somebody or wanting them to be a certain way, because I get that. We all, you want to be in a relationship where you're not constantly trying to fix or change somebody. But if you know that you're just nitpicking at someone as well, and you're just like, oh, they don't breathe the way I like, oh, they don't have this much money, consider whether or not you're being unreasonable or you're just looking for a reason to not have that person around. It'd be better for you to just be honest about it than it would you making it about other things that it's not. Okay? That's for somebody specific. If it's not for you, that's fine. Otherwise, I do think there's some positivity in your relationships. You really could meet someone new or have some new friendships. You know, go out, enjoy yourself, and be around new energy. I don't necessarily see a child, but you could have a child this month or be pregnant of some sort. But I don't necessarily feel that for every last one of you. I do think in general there's a newness and an inspiration in your relationships that pushes you forward. Okay, my love? I hope this resonated for you, and if it did, leave me a comment below. Otherwise, have a fantastic October. Enjoy. Bye. Hey Capricorn, welcome to your October 2024 quick read. This is going to be a special spread because as you can see, it's a lot of cards. A lot of cards came out. Just all over. So I tried to keep as many as possible, especially if I felt called to. So let's get into this tea about you this month up top. Come on, period. Unbothered. Because what are we bothered for? Okay? Period. And then we have creativity. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. May have to ignore that bottom portion, but let's see what comes out. And threatening. Yeah, there we go. Intimidated, threatened, and bothered. Quite opposite. Okay. So with these, just plainly, the way it's coming to me intuitively, either someone's trying to steal your joy or create havoc around you or make you feel some type of way and you're not letting them, or vice versa. Okay? So you may be giving off of unbothered energy, especially if you feel like someone's trying to get in your way or trying to stifle you in some way. Because for some of you, it may be at work where, again, you're doing something a way that someone doesn't like, but like it's successful for you, so you're like still doing your thing, and they're kind of trying to plant the seed of doubt in your mind. Or if it's romantic, it may be that you're kind of having a standoff with someone, and and they're trying to make you bothered, and you like or vice versa. This can also be in another relationship, something of that nature. But let's see what the tarot cards say. First card, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Okay, that may be in your sun, moon, or rising, or someone that you know. Doesn't have to be, but that's the energy. Okay, then we have the Tower in reverse. All right, sorry, y'all. All these faces is making it blurry. Okay, and Knight of Wands energy. Okay, so pretty much mirroring what I said. Period. Okay. There's definitely some creative energy flowing for you this month, Capricorn. So a lot of positivity and potential is the best word for anything entrepreneurial or any type of venture that you're after. There's a lot of positivity coming towards that. You may see a lot of success. You may see a lot of creative ideas. If you're determined to hit a quota or make something happen this month, you actually may make it happen. The only thing is just not getting too caught up in avoidance or trying to keep things calm and or being afraid of things changing, right? So if this is a career thing, again, try not to avoid things that are especially important in what it is that you're trying to do, or being too hard-headed about wanting to keep something the same even though it's not working, or even though it's causing like a big problem with you. But I feel like this may be external. Like you're the one trying to be the visionary. You're the one trying to create something new and better and improved, but the system or the person or the situation you're going against doesn't want to grow. They don't want that approval. So you might have to actually stand on what it is that you have going on. Okay, because I don't think it's you that's being too stuck, which it may be a little bit, but I think there's some need to grow, and someone's just going against that. So you just may have to prove a point with someone and or something, because I think it's a system. I think it's like how you do things at work or how things are normally done within your creative field or whatever the case may be. So you may have to be the one that steps out and is like, look, this is how we should be doing it. Okay. But we may cover this in the love portion, but I think there's also maybe something going on with your relationships as well. If you're having a standoff with someone, that may have a lot to do with it, because they both of you may have a good valid point, and so it makes it hard for anyone to back down. because there's different expectations on different sides. But let's get into your career and finances. What does Capricorn need to know about their career and finances in the month of October? Does Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising need to know about their finances in October? Ooh, I don't know what card that was. Oh, there it is. Ring. Come through. Financial commitments, long-term investment, partnership, work together, fulfilling career. Okay, one more. What is Capricorn experiencing in their finances and career this month, Spirit? Make abundantly clear. Thank you. Okay, this one came out. Secret stash, save pennies. Secret stash, save pennies, finding money, theft. Careers could be acting, assistant, hidden potential, unknown. Okay, pendulum. Fluctuating income, indecision, new strategy. Careers, seasonal work, job change, making choices. Random, but something about the upcoming holiday season may be relevant for you, whether it's a busy time and or it changes the dynamics of your job. That may be relevant. It may be something that you're already aware of or something that you're kind of being warned about right now, so just write it down in your notes. But there may be something that goes on around the seasonal the season, the seasons, the holiday season, excuse me. There may be something that goes on during the holiday seasons that's relevant, because I see that here and it just like highlighted to me. But anywho, so whatever you're doing now, Capricorn, when it comes to your career, it does involve a commitment. You kind of have to stick with it. Like we were talking about earlier, there's a need to stick with and stay with something, because if it's not paying off, it'll pay off later. Again, careful about being so like, especially with this reading, because I feel like I'm walking on a thin line, because I may be telling you to stand on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean be reckless, because sometimes we stand so firm that like we say and do things to prove a point, and then it kind of gets our butt into trouble. So just be careful about standing so strong that you like offend people or like cause unnecessary friction. But like sticking with something through, just to see it through and to see it to completion, is like very important right now. So for example, if you're working somewhere where like you need to put in a certain amount of years before you start seeing a return, it may be the same kind of concept. Do the years. You get what I'm saying? Do the work to figure it out. Invest your time and energy, or you may decide that you're going to invest your time and energy into something so that you can see it eventually. Okay, so it's kind of like, and it's funny when I see the secret stash, it's like you're unveiling. Eventually you'll unveil the reason why you stayed. Okay, boom, if I stay this long, this amount of time, if I do this, boom, I'm gonna have blah 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 amount of money. It's like it's under there, you just have to put in the work to get to it. Okay, so that's something that's coming up. There's a lot of potential where you are, and in whatever idea that you have, like whatever you're going after. It's just a matter of how much time, okay, it's going to take. Now you may have dealing with a little bit of indecision around your career, okay, but I want to say, Capricorn, whatever you're thinking, you have a good idea. Okay, if you want to leave, you have a good idea. If you want to stay, you have a good idea. You just have to trust that and not get too afraid of the possibilities. You just got to do what you got to do. If you want to leave the job because it no longer fits you, that's a good idea. You just need to, make sure you're going to be okay with that when you decide to do it. Okay, so you may decide to go through a job change, and maybe that's why I'm picking up the season. Maybe around that season, you may choose like, okay, I'm done. I gotta go. It's time for something different. Okay, but yeah, you'll know whatever I'm saying now. You'll know which one fits you the most. Okay, because I don't want to influence your decision too much. I'm just telling you what's coming up. Possibly wanting to leave or being really determined to stay are two things that comes up. It's the seasons. All right. Let's get into your love and relationships. What's going on with Capricorn and their relationships in October? What's Capricorn experiencing in their relationships? Okay, I'll put them down because I wasn't even trying to get all them cards. Okay. Why? If it'll let me show y'all. Shaking your head in disbelief, frustrated, annoyed, focused on the solution rather than the problem. Actually, this one came out next. Getting asked out, text message, call with intent to date, tentative plans, making/solidifying a plan. Okay, then we have document, text or email, agreement letter, separation, divorce, contract, news, legal papers, and proceedings. And then there's cool with whatever. Being chill, trusting the process, making a decision, living in the now, casual or no commitment. Okay. There's a couple things that I'm going on here, Capricorn. So take what applies. I'm not gonna lie, this is more for my single people, but it also could apply for those who are in relationships, because this information may not even apply to your romantic relationship. So to be specific, there's some frustration going on in your relationships overall. Again, something's going on, something's threatening you, someone's feeding off your energy or trying to kind of mess up your joy, or it is messing up your joy. They may not be trying to, but there's some frustration. You want better, something needs to change, something needs to be better, right? But it's just not. It seems like we're always having a problem. Also, though, I must admit, someone in the situation is always focusing on the problem, and that's what's causing the problem, right? So it's like if a person is behaving a certain way, but they don't see it that way, you're the only one that sees it that way. That's what's creating the friction, and there may need to be a conversation around it. And that actually may happen this month. So if you've been waiting on a text, or waiting to talk to someone, or waiting to figure something out or understand something, you may actually get that understanding this month. I don't know how it turns out, but I do think that you do get some interesting information to help you move forward. Okay, so there may be a new date. If you're single, you may get a date somebody new, or maybe that person that you're having problems with comes around and wants to talk and take you out. There's something that goes on there. Okay, but it seems like there's some distance, and then we figure it out. There's a flip of a switch. Like I said, Capricorn, someone gets more unbothered. You may have been bothered before, or someone has been bothered before, but then this month they become more relaxed with the state of things within their relationships. So if it's you, that looks like, again, becoming unbothered, not really caring where things are going, or not really letting it stress you out, and just trusting it from that point forward. Like, it is what it is. I got to take it as it comes, versus being upset. Okay? So there's definitely some positivity. Like I said, if you're not dealing with anyone at all, I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes in. Just be careful about expecting anything, because I feel like either you or them, like, being more relaxed is going to benefit you more than trying to force anything or think too hard. Okay, my love? But that's all I'm saying for you, Capricorn. I hope you have a fantastic month. Enjoy. Bye. Hey, Aquarius. Welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Let's hop into this tea about you this month. Divination or abuser. Now, that card rarely comes out, but there's that. Okay, Aquarius. And then we have Shine. Your light irritates their demons. Interesting. Okay, so two things I'm picking up. Honestly, I'm picking up a couple things. These are things you could be dealing with this month. So, like, for instance, your light irritates their demons. That may be someone that you identify as a divination abuser, or someone who does tarot, I don't know, all the different things that we do, bone throwing, all those things, who participate in those type of practices. You may have an issue with someone like that this month, especially if you consider yourself to be more religious or have, like, different beliefs than them, because it could be vice versa too. You may be the one that is doing all of the tarot and all that stuff, and then that person may be more religious, and so that may be something that comes up. That's very niche, very specific. But for others of you, I think this may be kind of just like out of what these cards say. There's a little bit of there's a lot of light here, and I'm just wondering how that plays into things. It just seems like there's something going on with someone's energy or your energy that's being affected, and or vice versa. I don't know. Let's see what the tarot cards say. We have Four of Pentacles. Okay. Love her. She's protecting her point, Okay, we have Knight of Cups. Cool. Water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Maybe someone that you know and or in your sun, moon, and rising this month. Does not have to be, just an energy. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Love her. Period. My favorite card. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. May be relevant. This may be someone that you're dealing with and or in your sun, moon, or rising. If not, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so just reading how I feel intuitively. There is an energy, Aquarius, where you are building stability for yourself. Maybe for some of you, you've just got to a place where you feel comfortable at work with your finances, with your situation. Maybe it's still something that you're working on, but it's very precious to you nonetheless, because you did it. It's yours. Even if this isn't finances, this can be mentally and emotionally. Like, you have gotten yourself to a certain spot and place in life, and so you're trying to maintain that and keep that, and build off of that, right? With this Four of Pentacles. But something's going on with some either moody person or jealous person. Maybe you have a partner who is kind of going against that energy, or you know a friend or coworker who goes against that energy, and that is a struggle maybe for you this month. But if I'm being honest, Aquarius, because sometimes it's us, I'm also picking up an energy of this being vice versa. Okay, where yes, you are this person, but then there's a little sense of like, I don't even want to call it jealousy, kind of like comparison-itis, where it's like you have like your life is like this and their life is like that, and you're like, you know, kind of frustrated with them because they don't understand how you live, or vice versa. And there's kind of a little energy about that coming up. And honestly, with the Knight of Cups, we're more so talking about in a romantic sphere. So I don't know if, like I said, if you're dealing with someone who you feel like they don't have a grip of reality, or they have a life that is significantly different than yours, and maybe one of you or both of you have expectations out of each other. So if I had to give it an example, you're dealing with someone who seems to have a luxurious life, right? Like maybe they're always positive, or maybe they always have this and they always have that, and maybe you've had to work for everything. There may be a disconnect coming in because you feel like, well, you don't understand struggle, right? Or you don't get my struggle right now, or vice versa. So that may be something that comes up in a relationship. On the other hand, though, I'm also feeling like there's some closed off energy romantically. Some of you may encounter this person or have a relationship, and then there's kind of like this disconnect between wanting to get closer with this person or allow them in somewhere. Because if you're already in a relationship, you're already allowing them in, but I feel like there may be a boundary that you're setting up because of what you've built brick by brick. You're on your feet finally. You've got this thing going on, and now this person wants to come in and throw it off. They want you to be vulnerable. What? Aquarius? Vulnerable? They want you to be vulnerable. They want you to talk about feelings. They want you to do these things. They want you to be open. They want you to, like, that may cause an issue. And again, this can be vice versa as well. The biggest blessing about this month with this Shine card, there is some success. I could see some confidence. I could see growing in our like self-actualization and like our genuine confidence. If we were feeling unconfident at all last month or the last few months, this month starts to feel a little better. I just think that it causes friction. And also it could be the person that you're dealing with, right? It just feels like there's some opposites problem. They're one way, you're another way. And that keeps coming up, and that keeps irritating this connection. But we'll come back to that later. Let's get into your career and finances. What's going on with Aquarius in their career and finances? Thank you. Okay, first card out on the floor. Award. Okay, award. Winning money, payoff for effort, recognition. Careers could be advancement, professional work, and fame. Okay, something pays off, Aquarius. And then we have Tower. Earning power, building a business, sound decision. Careers could be corporate job, power, unstable position. Okay. Some of you could be into something more artistic as well, or more creative than a typical 9 to 5. And I'm not even going to give examples because it just feels like a lot. Like for some of you, it may be music, it could be acting, it could be podcast, YouTube channel, something else that's just not traditional. But anywho, I do think that things are paying off. I do think things are growing. Again, building brick by brick, building your stability. If at one point you had like some stagnant energy career-wise, if you're not where you want to be in October, you're definitely making moves that progress your vision forward, which is great. So like this whole building a business thing, I feel like it's bigger than just a business. Like you literally putting in the footwork to make something happen. Something I'm picturing is like, if you are creative, let's say you have a YouTube channel, maybe you get a certain YouTuber to come on your YouTube channel, or like some type of opportunity comes your way that like literally builds up your business and makes it better. So that's kind of cool. So definitely getting the recognition that you need. But off of what's going to happen, I also think, Aquarius, you're just in the mindset of increasing your earning power. What do I have to do? Where do I have to go? Where do I need to be promoted? Like, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm making more money, or making a, like, expanding what I already have? What's the best decision to expand and create a better career for myself? So that may be your main focus this month. You just about your money, brick by brick. What are we doing? What are we doing? How are we building it? But this is bigger than just money. This is about, like, future stability and having a career and a life that you're proud of. So I think that may be your main focus this month, is figuring that out. Okay. The good news is, I think that you do get some moves forward, and you're excited about it. Something I do want to say though, Aquarius, is be careful about trying to find out what's going to happen. Someone's obsessing about astrology and divination, and nothing's wrong with it. Like, I do want to say, when we have divination abuser, I think if you do tarot and if you do any of this type of stuff, astrology, anything that helps you kind of look for the outcomes of things, I do think that everybody gets to a point where they don't need it as much as they did. I think when we first start using it, we need it and we kind of develop a dependency. But I think everyone naturally kind of falls back, as you should. But if you find yourself constantly always checking in on something when you've already gotten guidance, we need to take a step back. Whether that's something that you're seeing in someone else or seeing in yourself, I just wanted to mention that. Like, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. It's going to happen how it's going to happen. That doesn't mean you need to throw away all your tarot cards. And that, I feel like sometimes we just get too dramatic with things. It's not that dramatic. It's just be calm in the guidance that you've gotten. Trust that guidance and move forward. Even if it's from your Bible, you read it, you had the moment of inspiration. Okay, stick with that word for a little bit. You don't need to constantly go looking and shifting and changing to see if what you already were told is different. You know what's going on. Like, I don't know, something's going on there. Just had to mention it because it came up when I'm looking at this career thing. But let's get into your love and relationships. What does Aquarius need to know about their love and relationships in the month of October? What are they experiencing in love? First card out, meow. If it'll show. Having fun, trying to fit in, being playful, modeling after others, being whimsical, free-spirited. Love to see it. Yeah, cool with whatever. Being chill, trusting the process, making decisions, living in the now, casual to no commitment. Okay. And this really feels like a single Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. If it applies to your situation, that's fine. Overall, there's somewhat of a positivity in your love life. You may have a very fun, casual, interesting relationship or person enter your life, which makes it pretty fun. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This can be friends. This can be getting a pet. This can be like some character comes into your life, some relationship comes into your life and kind of brings some whimsy and some joy to it. And that's going to be fun. This trying to fit in part, for some reason, is sticking out to me. It doesn't seem like it's a bad or a good thing. I think if you have been on one way of existing, Aquarius, like, for example, if you've just been very focused on the day-to-day and going to work and, like, like you've been living a certain way, this relationship, this situation, this person breaks that up a little bit, which is fun because you're like, oh, okay, I can cackle a little bit. This is great. That's cool. I don't think that there will be any sort of relationship developed this month if you are single, only because I do think there's on both ends a need to just get to know and understand and see and process. So that'll be fun. So I don't think any commitment is going to come out of it. I don't think anyone's being friend zoned or anything. It doesn't feel like it, at least. It just feels like we're just here and we're just trying to enjoy. But for my couples, while this energy may be present in your relationship, I think what I talked about earlier may apply to your relationship. So we'll see about that. Otherwise, it seems like a pretty fun, chill, relaxed month. Just make sure we're not being too closed off to the possibilities and not allowing anyone to, make you feel like who you are is not good enough. Okay, Aquarius? Love you. Hope you have an amazing month. Bye-bye. Hey, Pisces. Welcome to your October 2024 quick read. Let's hop into it, starting with your T cards this month. I'm just picking up the T on y'all to see what's going on. So first card is wasting time. Ooh, stuck, no changes, limited. Okay. then we have fake accounts, fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Talking SHIT. Ooh. Okay. Now y'all got a little drama, Pisces. A little drama. Okay. Well, first thing off mind, I think you may be feeling like you're wasting your time somewhere. We'll get more into that in your tarot cards to see what they say, but that may come up, especially if you're dealing with someone specific. Like, this may be very specific. Someone stalking you or like watching you, or you find that they're like gossiping about you or using accounts to see what you're doing. For some of you, it gives me coworkers or like people that you don't really have deep relationships with, looking at your social media and then going back and talking stuff, but like you don't really even know how they're getting this information, because you're like, I never told you that, so how did you get that information? So that may be something that comes up as well. And also, this talking stuff card feels like it's coming toward, like, it's you too. So I don't know if you're like talking stuff about other people, or like feeling like you're talking stuff, like you're saying one thing and doing another. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get into the tarot cards to give us an explanation. So we have Four of Cups. There it is. Four of Cups. Definitely feeling like we're wasting our time. Okay. Nine of Wands. Two of Pentacles in reverse. And the Emperor. Come through. Okay. So that makes wasting time make sense for me, Pisces, because it may feel like you're wasting your time somewhere. It may feel like if you're not satisfied, you're tired of what's going on, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to give this one last stretch of my attention before I just exit all out, because you may be kind of sick of dealing with it, okay? Especially if nothing's changing. And this can be, especially with it being Cups and Wands, this can be within your romantic relationships or your regular relationships. But I also feel like it may be something you've been spending a lot of time trying to fix or create or make better. So it could be work, but I'm not really fully feeling that. It's something else. It feels like a project or a passion or something you've been trying to make better, but it's not bringing what it needs to bring. So that may be something that's going on where you're considering, okay, maybe it's time for me to shift my focus and do something else, okay? So, and then also I think you may not feel like you're spending your time wisely in October. And this is different than feeling like you're wasting your time, because you may have a lot of things that are important and for you to be spending your time on. It's just, I don't know, like you spend way more time doing one thing than the other, so you never get to the other thing. There's some procrastination going on. Like there's something where it's like overwhelming you a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm not getting anywhere, so I need to go back to the drawing board and find a better schedule or a better way to do things so that I can see the change that I want. Okay, and then that definitely may show up towards the end of the month, with you kind of getting together, figuring it out, creating more structure to the situation, and being confident in that decision, which is great. But I think, yeah, something only has a limited amount of time with you this month. And if it has anything to do with anyone else, again, I will say the advice feels like you are wasting your time addressing this person. So if this is a person, I wouldn't give them much energy, okay? Because I just think that they don't have anything else to do. Unless it's getting dangerous, it shouldn't even be relevant to you. Okay. Other things that I'm feeling like may be relevant to you this month: fuchsia, the color fuchsia, like a hot pink type of color. Wanting to quit social media or wanting to like start over your page or rebrand your page or something like that. Wearing sweaters, like textured sweaters, or like what is those sweaters called? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but like they have a lot of texture, like her sweater. You may be getting into your sweater bag. Dealing with a boss or someone that's in charge of you. I don't see negative or positive relationship, but there's something important there. Maybe like your manager's helping. And working at McDonald's, like either you work there or someone else works there, or like some type of fast food chain. Okay. So let's get into your career and finances. What does Pisces need to know about their career and finances in the month of October? Light bulb. Ooh, lucrative ideas, new income source, inspiration. Career could be entrepreneur, new job, creative work. Ooh, okay. What is going on with the Zodiac sign? What's going on with Pisces in their career and finances, spirit? Make it abundantly clear. What's going on with the Zodiac sign Pisces in their career and finances? What is Pisces experiencing in their career and finances? In the month of October, spirit. What's going on with Pisces in their career and finances? One card, please. Y'all cards have been so hard to come out today. Butterfly, sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loan. Career could be arts, movement, temp jobs, fun work. Other cards that came out, Clover. Lucky break, gamble, good fortune. Careers could be finance, outdoors, risky business, and surprises. Okay. And then swords, money conflicts, cutting corners, breakthrough. Law and order, pay cut, defense, being fired. Okay. I don't think any of that is true. Something's changing in your career in October, Pisces, and it's good. It's actually beneficial to you. And I hope you take advantage of it. Like we said earlier, you may discover that you're wasting your time, or you could be using your time better, or you could be starting up that one project that you've been trying to start up. And whatever you choose to do, it's actually going to be great for you, and it's going to create an income source eventually. So I definitely think you should get onto it. For some of you, you may decide to pick up a second job just because you want some extra money, or you're trying to explore your options instead of getting, stuck or bogged down by whatever job you've been doing for some time. But I do think that all of a sudden something changes in your favor, and you're kind of happy about that. That's the positive thing. And I think too, for some of you, especially with this one last try that I was talking about earlier, you may give something a try again, and then that's the thing that pops it off. That ends up being the successful thing that you've been looking for. So it works out. A lot of you could be creatives as well. Like, you don't have a traditional job. It may be very fun and very, allows you to kind of think on your own, or have your own processes, or at least it's fun to you. If you've been sitting on a passion or sitting on a creative project, it may be time to get into it. Because if nothing else, it'll fulfill you this month. Okay. And I'm trying to show this swords card. While there may be some money conflicts, I think it's just due to not knowing what our next step is, Pisces. Because again, if you're in between careers, or if you're still trying to figure something out, I think that once you do get it, everything will work out. The problem is you don't know what that is yet. So until then, you'll kind of be struggling until you figure that part out. Or for some of you, very specifically, if you like, when you're ready to be honest with yourself, if something's not working for you anymore, it's just not working for you anymore. So it only makes more sense for you to put your effort towards that, making that one thing come alive, than like trying to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Okay. So good things are coming for sure in your career in October. Definitely a lot of changes to your work environment. Some good, and then otherwise it'll just be kind of like a financial issue, but you work that out. You get some good luck, okay? So let's get into your career, your love and relationships really quickly. What is Pisces experiencing in their romantic relationships and their regular relationships in October? Oof, girl, a lot. Y'all have so many cards, and that stresses me. Okay, first card out, game phase. Ooh, taking things very seriously, a competition, the look, in it to win it, fake it till you make it. Sunshine, good vibes, happy times, positive attitude, things going well. The answer is yes. And then wicked, mischievous, naughty, harmful, dangerous, false betrayal, lie, cheat, beware, wicked. Sorry about that, Pisces. A lot of noise going on. Okay, so Pisces, in your relationships, it seems like for some of you very specifically, the relationship is going pretty good. If you just got into a relationship, or I don't know, like I feel like some of you may be in like a committed long-term relationship, and this may be one of your good months, right? Like everything's pretty much happy vibes, good times. Maybe you have a lot of things planned, and you're out, you're hanging out, going to little cute little events and stuff, and you're enjoying your partner. For somebody specific, like it's a very specific situation, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But you may have been involved with someone like before, like a long time ago, and you guys recently rekindled the relationship, but they, like, the reason why the relationship ended had something to do with like maybe infidelity, or them moving weird, or just doing something that you don't mess with, and the relationship ended. And so now you're trying it again and everything's going great, but then you kind of find that they still have those same habits and nothing has really changed, at least not in the way that you need it to. So where they may not do the full offense or have a real big, like crazy thing that it was before, it may be that you find like, okay, you're still lying, or you're still sneaking, or there's something that they're still doing. So that may come up in a relationship of yours this month where you're like, dag, I thought we had got over this hump, but we haven't. Otherwise, there's a lot of positivity in your relationships. There's a lot of fun, okay? And a lot of just like committing to having a good time and not allowing things to throw your vibe off. I really don't see much to say here. I could see some motivating people being around you, especially if you're dealing with someone who's like a jerk. There may be some people around you that uplift you and try to get you out of that energy and protect your name and protect who you are. I don't think there's any social issues aside from whoever this is that's really not ready for what they say they're ready for. Okay, my love? But that is all I'm seeing for you in the month of October. I hope you have a fantastic month and I hope you are doing well. Bye-bye.